What do you guys think that we should call this review?
Maybe something in 4 words?
Something in 4 words sounds like a good idea. What do you think?
We should carry on the theme of the word fantastic.
Say that again, Ben Grimm.
Did you just say fantastic? I thought I heard fantastic.
I got it, guys. We should call it the...
And what is your fantastic 4-word review?
What a fantastic flop.
I am so happy.
This movie sucked.
That's Oh!
That hurt my brain.
This wasn't science fiction.
I liked it
That's 3 words, dude.
a lot.
Oh, there we go. Wait, is it? I liked it.
This movie was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, okay? That's my 4-word review.
Keeping it PG.
I'm still kind of in shock. It's like seeing something terrible, but it hasn't like fully set in yet.
There are parts of it that were like really well done, but there are many parts of it where the dialogue was like sitcom worthy or B-movie worthy.
I don't think the writers knew who these characters were. Nothing happened for an important reason. Why was Sue not included on the mission? What did that add to the story? She still got the same powers, everyone, like in a different way. What did leaving Doom there for a year do? What did having the characters skip ahead a year and have them work for the military, how did that affect the story? It didn't at all.
Visually, it looked okay, although absolutely disturbing. The stretching noises that they gave Mr. Fantastic were horrifying.
Cringing.
Same as like Johnny Storm waking up and he's on fire and he's like...
Could you imagine though? How would you feel if you woke up and you were
I
on
know.
fire like that? I'd probably just die of like a heart attack.
Or you would. You probably would.
By the 3rd act, it really fell apart because it felt like they ran out of time.
The science behind it just didn't make sense. And I'm not a scientist.
I liked it across the board, really.
But Michael Bay didn't direct it.
No, that's true.
How far into the movie did you realize that you weren't really going to like it?
The moment we saw Johnny Storm, the one character slides up really cliche, like and goes, Johnny Storm. And I was like, okay, so they're gonna introduce everyone's character by saying their full name first. That's real. Okay.
There was no point where I went, this is terrible, and I hate it. There was a couple points where I went, oh no.
I didn't like Dr. Doom's design, and there was the whole thing with the cloak that they didn't explain, which I assume was the flag, because what other cloth was in the dimension?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
What did he do with the pole?
At the end of the movie, why is Dr. Doom in the negative zone or Planet Zero? Why do they have to fight him there? What is at stake? Nothing.
The
No.
only thing that's at stake is that if he could open that portal, then he kills Earth. That's it.
They could just blow up the thing and he'd never get back. But if they were in New York City, then everyone in the audience is like, oh my God, 8 million people are going to die.
Yeah,
but in this
movie is taking place in New York City.
Okay, I'm not saying it has to be New York. I'm saying, but all stories that have fantastic characters, fantastic, get it? They have to ground them.
Yeah.
So by putting them in a human city with human victims around, other than if it's a Superman movie and he just lets them all die.
They get to the final fight with Dr. Doom, which there wasn't really a reason for them to be there other than that's how it started.
What was your least favorite part of the entire movie?
The kids at the beginning.
You didn't like that? I thought it
No,
was
they were like reading their lines off cue cards behind the camera. I know you from somewhere. It's like you didn't see him like 3 hours ago at school. Like
They tried to explain science that nobody here understands in simple words when they should have just probably consulted with actual scientists. And who cares if we don't understand it? Just write it.
The fact that it took place in an academic setting and the main characters were academics, the stuff they were doing just didn't add up. They alluded to a lot of really cool stuff, but then they never expanded upon it, and they never explained it, and they never explored. And I think that's what's most exciting about science fiction is the exploration. You're learning new things, you're finding new places.
What was your favorite part of the entire movie?
Introducing everyone's powers. It was so cringy and terrible, and I loved it.
My favorite part was when they got their powers. Oh no, I can't shut the door. Rocks are falling in on me. Johnny mysteriously bursts into flames? Oh, because Sue is transporting them back. She gets the awesome power of
Being transparent. It was okay. I did like that part. It was interesting.
Also, apparently, according to the movie, alcohol makes you high.
Yeah, they went into the next world drunk.
That was probably the part that I hated the most, because it takes these scientists who are justifiably angry, it turns them into stupid, dumb kids who just got drunk and had a dumb idea instead of making them the heroes of their own story.
The planet was alive. They were effectively touching a nervous system, and I think that's a really cool concept. I wanted to know more about this allegedly sentient planet, and then they never did anything with it.
The only reason for this movie to exist is the same reason the Roger Corman movie existed, and that's to secure copyright.
It would have been cool if they found the car. They got there, and then after it was like the car was on a rock or something, it'd be like, what? Shout out to car, you know?
Yeah, then he takes a
But-
selfie with the car.
I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll just start crying maybe.
Oh, don't do that.
I'll like go into like fever shivers and I'll be like, what happened? I love the Fantastic Four. Why?
They didn't know anything about the planet they were going to. They never told us, we've taken data from this planet. We know what it's made out of. We know what the atmosphere is like. She said it's primordial. That means there's no atmosphere. Primordial is before Earth.
The acting was believable.
Reed Richards looked like a mannequin. I thought Sue Storm looked like a pretty mannequin. I thought,
Sue Storm was awful.
I kind of thought she looked good.
and then who's left? Oh yeah, Johnny Storm was the best actor.
I hated Johnny Storm. And I love Michael B. Jordan. And I just was like, ugh.
The Thing, that actor was horrible. He was
But the
zero.
Thing looked awesome.
No, okay, The Thing CGI looked good. You're right.
Captain, like, I'm a tough government guy.
Kept chewing on his gum too the entire time. I wanted to smack it out of his mouth. He was in the back and you could see his jaw doing this. And I wanted to frickin' throw up.
Everyone was a cliche. Some of them were great cliches. Some of them were really bad.
These were very cookie cutter characters. They were very two-dimensional. They were very stereotypical.
Did you like this movie more than Transformers?
Oh my God, Johnny.
Which one is
Johnny.
better? This is-
Guys, I like Transformers better.
This is a new day right here.
I'm getting all teary-eyed.
I can see it.
It was art. That-
It is art.
That was cinema. All the Oscars.
This movie is gonna do better than Ant-Man.
Okay.
It could do better than Ant-Man. Mainly also because more people know Fantastic Four than Ant-Man.
No one knew Guardians of the Galaxy. It was a good movie, and that's why it made so much
I
money.
still haven't seen it.
So would you recommend this movie to anyone?
Only once.
I think it's terrible, but I think I love it.
So would you recommend people to go see this movie?
Do not go see this movie. I don't have to tell you to not go see it because you won't. No one is going to see this movie. This movie's done. It's going to close this weekend.
Just watch it on Netflix, man.
I wouldn't pay for the ticket. Wait for it to go on Netflix.
I'm just still like in shock.
It's getting hot over here, Johnny. Johnny Storm, flame on. Isn't that's right, isn't it? Hashtag grow up. Wait, is that not good of me to say? Yeah, like Bex, what do you think we should call it?